Calling the roll for the Monday, May 12th, 2025 Board of Control meeting. It is 11:01 a.m. We have Levine Ross serving as alternate for Meredith Turner,
Present.
Councilman Michael Hauser,
Here.
Councilman Michael Schlepper,
Here.
Melanie Say serving as alternate for Mike Dever,
Here.
Catherine Gallagher serving as alternate for Chris Ronayne, County Executive,
Here.
Michael Chambers, Fiscal Officer, serving as Chairman,
Here.
Paul Porter.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is review and the approval of the minutes from May 5th. I will make a motion to approve them. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Public comment?
No public comment.
Let's go to our first item.
BC 2025-307, this item is being held at the request of the department.
Okay, next one.
Next item, BC 2025-308, Department of Public Works submitting an amendment to a contract with Precision Compaction Services LLC for preventative maintenance and repair services on compactors, balers, and 3 dumpsters located at various county buildings for the period July 26, 2022 to July 25th, 2025, to extend the time period to July 25th, 2026, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $25,000.
Good morning, everyone. Tom Pavich, Public Works. This is an amendment to the contract we have with Precision Compaction. They do preventative maintenance and repairs to all of the trash dumpsters and balers at all the county buildings. They were originally ordered from a competitive bid. This is an amendment just to extend it 1 additional year and add those funds. And then we'll eventually, probably early next year, do another formal competitive process for this.
Thank you, Tom. Are there questions from the board? Seeing no questions, I will make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Paul Porter. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The item's approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-309, Department of Public Works recommending an award on RQ 14927 and submitting a revenue-generating agreement via contract number 5418 with Continental Cafe LLC for cafe food and vending services at various county buildings, effective upon signatures of all parties through June 30th, 2030.
Good morning again, Tom Pavich, Public Works. So this is a new contract for cafe and vending services. So we released a formal RFP last year. The last time county cafe and vendings have been bid, it's been about over 10 years. So we combined all the vending machines, food service centers, kiosks, and cafes into one RFP. This is the first of the several contracts that are coming forward with Continental Group. They're being awarded the 4th floor cafeteria at the Justice Center, the ground level coffee kiosk barista at the Justice Center, as well as the vending machines at all county buildings. And then the open market here at the administrative headquarters. Then there's also an open market at the Justice Center in the jail for county staff there.
Okay, Tom, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item?
I just had a.
Please.
Go first, please. My question was just about the services of these the machines and the equipment associated with it. Is that all part of the contract where they maintain their own machines?
Yes, so currently the vending machines, if you're being specific to the vending machines, we're under contract with the Cleveland Site Center. They subcontract to the Continental Group. They're also known as Cuyahoga Group. So the vending machines will not be changing, even though the contract would have an effective date of July 1st. I know there were some pre-questions about the food survey that went out. We worked with the Cuyahoga County Board of Health in crafting up the specifications. So there's a FSG food service guidelines section in the actual RFP that we collaborated with them. Once the contract's in place, we'll be working with them across all of this whole contract, including the barista and the cafeteria regarding some of those guidelines.
Thank you.
My question, I think you might have answered it. How do we pick this vendor? You say this was already an existing contract and they're going to take over the vending machines that were already there?
So they currently, through the Cleveland Site Center, they're the subcontract for all the vending machines as well as the open market on the 1st floor here and at the Justice Center inside the jail. They will be new to the Justice Center 4th floor cafe as well as the ground level barista kiosk. So they'll be taking over those locations on July 1st.
Okay. Okay, but we've already done work with them, so we know about their like cleanliness and
Yep.
healthiness. And
Yeah,
all
we're
that
familiar with them. Again, when we have an issue today with vending machines, we work with Cleveland Site Center. Then they send out Continental Group, which still goes by Cuyahoga Group sometimes. They come out, service it. They may eventually do a refresh with those. I know that's their intent here at the administration headquarters. They want to do a refresh at the ground level since that's been the same since we moved into this building. But they do the maintenance of those machines.
Last question.
Absolutely.
So do we put this out for a competitive bid or do we just keep renewing the same team over and over? How do we pick, if someone else was interested in this, I'm sure very lucrative contract with the county for all the vending machines, how would they like apply for that, or do we just continue to renew with the same person?
So this is the first competitive process we've done in over 10 years. So we knew there was a business need. We had to eventually go out. We spent some time crafting these specifications. We worked with internal stakeholders, sustainability group, the Board of Health on this. Our scoring committee had Public Works. We had representatives from Juvenile Justice Center, the courts at the Justice Center, HHS. They all had some feedback into this. This contract for this one is for 5 years with options to renew. So obviously, as we have quarterly business reviews with these guys. Once it's implemented, we'll see how it's going, and, we'll make that determination in 4 years if we're to renew again or go back out.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Any additional questions? Seeing no further questions, I will make a motion to approve the item. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Paul Porter. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is
Thank you.
approved. Thank you. Next item, please.
Please let the record show that Councilmember Meredith Turner is not present, but Levine Ross will continue as alternate.
Okay.
Next item, BC 2025-310, Department of Sustainability, requesting authority to apply for grant funds from Ohio Environmental Protection Agency in the amount of $13,019, which represents 75% of the cost for curbside recycling and composting containers in connection with the 2024 Community and Litter Grant Project for the period April 1st, 2025 to March 31st, 2027, effective upon signatures of all parties and submitting a grant award with said authority to apply.
Good morning, Brianna Witt, representing Department of Sustainability this morning. Ohio Environmental Protection Agency is awarding the county $13,019. This is going to allow us to purchase 45 recycling stations and 2 composting containers. They will be placed at 30 will be in 1801 and 15 will be in the county headquarters. We're going to take the existing headquarters recycling containers and we will repurpose them in other county buildings. This grant requires a 25% match, so this is $3,255 that sustainability will contribute from their special revenue funds.
Thank you, Brianna. Are there questions from the board on this? Seeing no questions, I will make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-311, Department of Information Technology, on behalf of Department of Health and Human Services, Cuyahoga County Job and Family Services, submitting a RFP exemption, which will result in an award recommendation to OPEX Corporation in the amount not to exceed $16,360 for renewal of hardware maintenance and software licensing on Model 72 and AS7200 scanner for the period April 6, 2025 to April 5th, 2026, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Brianna Witt on Department of Information Technology. This renewal is for hardware maintenance and software licensing on their, it's a mail opener and document scanner. This is for HHS.
Okay, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-312, Department of Information Technology, recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with Great Northern Consulting LLC in the amount not to exceed $161,609.01 for a state contract purchase of 3 Oracle Database Appliance X11-L TAA model family, various accessories, Oracle Database software support, and maintenance services.
Good morning, Brianna Witt for the Department of Information Technology. This purchase is for 3 Oracle Database Appliance and the accessories and software support that goes along with it. They're replacing existing equipment that is now end of life. These is 2 appliances for the Real Estate Assessment Group, so that's the Real Estate Assessment Fund, and 1 for HHS, so they'll use the HHS levy funds.
Thank you again. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Levine Ross. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The item is approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-313, Department of Information Technology, on behalf of the Sheriff's Department, recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with M&J Technologies Direct Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $14,142 for a joint cooperative purchase of 6 HP ZBook Firefly mobile workstations, each to include docking stations, a wireless mouse, HP Care Pack Premium onset support, 4-year warranty, and HP Care Support Pack extended warranty, and 12 monitors.
Good morning, Brandon White for the Department of Information Technology. This purchase is for 6 computers and the necessary accessories that go along with them, the standard county setup. This is for the Sheriff's Department. It's for new staff sergeants. It is using the Sheriff's General Fund budget.
Thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-314, Cuyahoga County Law Library submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to West Publishing Corporation, doing business as Thomas Reuters, as known as Thomas Reuters Enterprise Center, GMHB, in the amount not to exceed $72,361.60 for electronic legal research, reference database services, and user subscription package for library staff, effective upon signature of all parties for a period of 36 months, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Kathy Dugan, your county law librarian. This is for our brand-new 3-year Westlaw contract for staff, and it's a significant upgrade over the last 3-year contract because we are adding the CoCounsel product, which is an AI technology package, and it'll enable us to ask queries, which is just a search, and get a narrative response with recommended authorities. And of course, we all know there are, dangers of using AI, but it is a nice tool. It also offers the ability to analyze documents and briefs and cases, as well as draft content. And I have used this successfully to draft 2 different policies internally for the law library. We're also adding Practical Law, which is Westlaw's premier tool. It's both narrative and forms, and it's been on our patron plan, but they keep threatening to take it away. So in advance of our contract renewal with West for patrons next year, I thought I better get it now.
Excellent. Thank you, Kathy. Are there questions from the board? Hopefully you guys had a chance to get over there and see it. It's very interesting. So anyways, no questions. I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Second by Miss Melanie Say. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-315, Court of Common Pleas Corrections Planning Board submitting an amendment to an agreement with Cleveland Municipal Court for Education Services for the Domestic Intervention Education and Training Program for the period July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2025, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $85,000.
So, hi, everyone. I'm Linda Lagoonzad with the Corrections Planning Board. This particular contract, we also call it the Diet Program, ends on June 30th, and our analysis of the contract and the client served has revealed to us that we need to spend a little bit more money to make sure that this particular program is whole by June 30th. So we're asking for the additional $85,000 through a contract amendment. So, and we'll proceed after that with a new contract amendment with the same with the Cleveland Municipal Court.
Thank you, Linda. Are there questions from the board on this item? Yes, please.
Original contract amount.
I think, sorry, I don't have that. I think it was, might be in the back here. The original contract was in the amount of $496,120.
So this is an addition to that amount?
Yes, absolutely. We had, I believe we had an amendment, with the approval of this amendment and the overall amount will be over $1 million for this particular contract. So it was renewed twice, like we had the original, and then we had the first amendment, and then we have this original amount just to make them whole to the end.
What type of assessments are we doing? How will we know that this was
Right.
for our guests?
Right, that's a good question. We do not perform a recidivism study, by the way, on this particular program, but what we've done at the Corrections Planning Board, and we're in the process of it right now, and this, by the way, this process right now of evaluating it in the best way that we can at the Corrections Planning Board, which is we receive the invoices for services from the DIE program. And we're able to see what clients are served, how many dosage hours or hours of service that they receive, and whether they come back to the program or not, after have they finished it, have they completed it? So we're able to glean that type of information ourselves just on the basic successes of the program. We are still in the process of completing that little mini study internally. I thought that's the best way we can be accountable. So it's a great question. I wish I had the results for you. I do not.
Share with us when
I would hope so, that with court administration's approval, but I would hope so. And,
we said we
yeah, you put more pressure, okay.
Call them before committee, so.
Anyways, but great question, and we're on to it. And it was Dale, I believe, was the one that mentioned a couple years ago, and I just thought, we have to take care of this. So, thank you.
Are there any additional questions? No. Seeing no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Ms. Levine Ross, seconded by Ms. Levine Ross. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-316, Court of Common Pleas Corrections Planning Board, submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to Case Western Reserve University in the amount not to exceed $192,000 for data collection and evaluation services related to the Cuyahoga County Violence Intervention Project Alliance for the period October 1st, 2024 to September 29th, 2027, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Linda Lagoonzett again with the Corrections Planning Board. So this is a 3-year contract for evaluation services provided by Case Western Reserve University to oversee the new program, the Violence Intervention Program Alliance, which involves not only the adult or general division of the Common Pleas Court, but the juvenile division as well, both going towards the same goal of reducing gun violence among our youth and young adults here in Cuyahoga County. This is a first of its kind, I believe, in the nation program. It was a $2 million grant award, and Case has agreed to provide the evaluation services. We will oversee this contract on behalf of both, like I said, the juvenile and division and the general division.
Okay, thank you, Linda. Questions from the board, please? Yeah.
Just had a couple of brief questions. So are these pass-through dollars? It looks like this is federal funding from different departments within the federal government. Do we fund a portion of this?
No, this is it's a competitive $2 million grant
Okay.
awarded by the Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance. So there's no match as well.
Okay. And how long have we been working with Case Western Reserve on this particular program? Is it a relatively new program?
So the alliance is new between the juvenile division and the general division. Prior to that, the Honorable Brendan Sheehan had implemented a violence intervention pilot program, which also received monies from the Bureau of Justice Assistance. Case was involved really in the final, we're in like a 4th year of that particular program, and is providing a really lower level evaluation report for us on the data that we've collected, and it's analyzing it. So it's been involved prior, so it made sense to us to bring them on board with this particular program because of its experience. And it's helped us with other programs as well very successfully. We're pretty happy with Case's support and
Good.
services for us.
That was my final question. If, just qualitatively speaking, if we've been happy with Case as a partner in this work.
Yeah, and I can, there are other partners potentially here in Cuyahoga County, mind you. I don't want to disclaim that or anything like that, but what I can tell you from using Case Western Reserve University and our high-risk domestic violence program, we went for an additional grant from the Bureau of Justice Assistance, like a second one, and the data that was collected from Case and the way that it was presented by Case and Dr. Jeff Kretschmar, I believe, as a grant writer, as a veteran grant writer over years, their information helped us to receive that second grant. So that's why I always loved working with them from my perspective as a grant writer.
That was the exact answer I was
Yeah,
hoping for.
I was happy with their service from that end of it. got
feel
us
like
some
if
more
you're
money.
happy, we're happy. So
Mhm, That's right.
good.
And the program, yeah, the staff, they're very responsive. They meet with us regularly. They are an active partner.
Wonderful, thank you.
You're welcome.
Levine, go ahead.
With the evaluation and the data collection, this will target moving forward? Are we looking at specific programs that will provide intervention or target violence? Just was wondering, what will the outcome be?
Right, so the juvenile division is still in finalizing its program. They're in the planning phase. They were allowed 8, 9 months to do the planning process. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to line it up and what partners they have chosen. So this is a program where you work with, for them, they're working within their probation staff and providing more programming of support of like trauma counseling or peer support, supporters and such like that. In the general division, we actually have a court and with, like I said, Judge Brendan Sheehan, and there's programmings that support the program, so it's not something like specifically already existing. It's not a program by itself within the court. It's something, what I'm saying is these are services that support the court program. It's kind of the opposite way, but we do use like probation officers, and we have a coordinator from the general division to support the program, but did I answer your question?
You did.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are models, these are innovative models that we use and we try them out, and it's a possibility that once grant funding ends, that the court will pick it up under the sustainability umbrella, and it could put it in as an institutionalized program within the court, but that remains to be seen, and that's what grants are for, to pilot to these innovative ideas. Okay.
Thank you.
Please.
I just had a question. Will we be able to get this data information that's collected because it's Case Western, or does it fall under like confidentiality because it's under the courts?
Great question. Yes, we do have clients associated with the program and the we don't have specific, there may be medical information associated with it, by the way, because they receive like trauma counseling and such like that. So I don't know if you can receive in terms of names, but you can receive information in terms of numbers of clients served and the outcomes associated with that. We do have regular reports that CASE produces. I can't remember now, was it like they're in quarterly meetings with us, but they provide, I believe, an annual report every year. So the information would be in there, and you would love their reports. So try to remember to make sure that and we have partners associated from different county agencies and such like that with the program, so it is a public document. So you could receive it.
Okay.
Just a matter of remembering to get it distributed.
Let's work together to make sure we were able to get a copy as well.
Okay, I'll put a note down here and mark my calendar, and then I'll remember to send it over.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Are there any final questions? Okay, and seeing no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve the item. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-317, Court of Common Pleas Corrections Planning Board submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in an award recommendation to Case Western Reserve University in the amount not to exceed $400,000 for data collection, process, and outcome evaluation services for Cuyahoga County Adult Drug Court expansion project for the period October 1st, 2024 to September 29th, 2029, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Again, Linda Lagunzad with the Corrections Planning Board. This is another evaluation contract associated with Case Western Reserve University and also associated with a $2 million grant from the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Department of Justice. And this particular court, we call it the Adult Drug Court. It's now an expansion because we've added other partners and, partners in programming into it. But this particular drug court has been around for years. It's spearheaded by the Honorable Judge Mataya. And so this is another, the fact that we've been awarded is an evidence that the federal government likes this program here in Cuyahoga County. So we're looking forward to Dr. Jeff Kretschmar also providing evaluative services for this program. And it's the first time he's doing it for this program. And what we're hoping is the success that we've had with him on our other programs will be brought into this one as well. Because he does not only the he does a process outcome evaluation as well as the final evaluation, the numbers and such like that. So the process evaluation does help us in terms of evaluating the success of our program supporting the overall adult drug court expansion effort.
Thank you again, Linda. Are there questions from the board on this one? Please.
Linda, just for clarity, so this 400,000 is part of the 2 million?
Correct. That is true.
What was the reason we didn't do it all together as like one big $2 million? Why did we break it up, Linda?
So when you apply for a federal grant, you have your overall budget of 2 million and you break it down by each year. It's a 5-year grant. So CASE receives its 20%, the maximum on the evaluation services, because this is a particular one that they do provide extra work for us. But it is a part of the overall budget package. So it's not broken down, it's broken down within the budget, but it's all submitted as one comprehensive budget.
And then Linda, would Case get this 400,000 all at once, or does it get breakdown for each of the 5 years?
That's a good question, because, I'm sorry if I misspoke. This one is funded by SAMHSA. This is, federal agency of SAMHSA. So, in the past, and I'm not sure under the current administration how they're going to do it, but in the past, the monies are available to us on an annual basis, and we have to file a continuation application every year with SAMHSA to say we spent our monies previously like this, and we would like to reapply for the next, year of funding. So in overall, you're guaranteed the 2 million over the 5 years, but you have to justify that you've spent it properly and that you're going to continue to use it all in its entirety each year. So, so in essence, CASE has to wait every year, and we'll have to come back every year. If that's the case with this one, the jury's out yet with the new administration as to whether we have to continue to come to you every year with a new contract for CASE on this particular program.
Last question, Linda. What metrics are we using to prove the effectiveness of the adult drug court expansion project?
Other than, so we have here their scope of services that's provided by CASE, and they say, I'm trying to remember here that as I look over and review this here, so like I said earlier, they're gathering, what CASE does is gathering programmatic outcome data on participants, and they are analyzing the data to determine the impact of the programming on participant outcomes. Again, it comes down to recidivism. Are you, and treatment, by the way. So these are drug court-related clients. So are they being effectively treated? Are they receiving the probation-related services and drug court and enhancement program services here effectively? Are they going back into the community and living effectively, happily, whatever, or are they coming back? And so the bottom line is are we effective? Do we have a high graduation rate and a low recidivism rate? So that's
Case checks on them, like when they're out in the communities to see how they're doing?
no, that's our probation officers. We have probation officers associated with all of our drug court programs. So that's where the community supervision piece comes into play. Yeah, and so and also our providers, are working with them. And in these specialized courts, that's what they're called, you have teams that meet every other week, professionals around the table discussing every client. Where are they? Where are they going? What else can we do for them? What other interventions are needed or not? And those discussions occur with the judge. So there's a constant monitoring of people in this program.
I appreciate it. We'd love to learn more about the program as a whole.
Okay,
Thank you.
sure.
Any additional questions? Nope. Seeing no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Councilman Hauser. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you. And I'd just like to make one comment. Paul, there's a staff person of yours named Getachew who works with us. I forget his last name.
Getachew McKinnon.
Yes, he is, I want to thank you for assigning him to the Corrections Planning Board. He is awesome and professional, and I hope to have him for a long time. Thank you.
Did he pay you to say that?
Thank you.
Yes, it's kudos to him. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. Okay, next item.
Next item, BC 2025-318, County Prosecutor submitting an amendment to a contract with Cellbrite Incorporated for the renewal of 6 Universal Forensic Extraction Device 4 PC Ultimate Forensic Software licenses and subscription services to decrypt and extract investigative data from mobile devices for the period June 8th, 2022 to June 17th, 2025, to extend the time period to June 17th, 2028, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $467,236.88.
Good morning, Josh Brower representing the prosecutor's office. The CCPO and Ohio ICAC Task Force are requesting approval to renew 6 licenses for Celebrate Insets and Celebrate Premium. These forensic tools are critical for extracting and analyzing electronic evidence in felony and child exploitation cases. The premium software also enables lawful access to locked or encrypted devices when authorized by a warrant.
Okay, thanks, Josh. Are there questions from the board on this? Seeing no, oh,
Just real quick,
throw it
sorry.
out there.
So can you describe to me what an extraction device is, or is this strictly software?
Strictly software, so
Okay.
you connect it to a piece of hardware, just like you're charging your phone, and that's what does the brute force on the
Gotcha.
phone and extracts the data.
And these are, how many of these, is this 6?
6.
A renewal of 6.
Correct.
Okay, so these are relatively pricey. What is it, about $80K
That's right.
for this licensure? Okay.
Correct.
Just getting an idea. Thank you.
a couple of weeks ago, we had the cell phone one, correct?
That was Guardian. Different product, but
But,
yes,
yeah,
same ecosystem.
yeah, okay. Are there additional questions? Okay, seeing no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-319, Public Defender's Office submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in an award recommendation to Justice Techs, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $50,000 for the purchase of one Justice Tech software platform license effective upon signature of all parties through December 31st, 2025, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Good morning. Ashley Stebbins with the Public Defender's Office. We are asking to enter into a contract with Justice Techs, which is a software program designed specifically for public defender agencies to process body cam and all other media and audio files. It takes hours and hours. From one scene, you might have 5 to 10 body cameras. An attorney or a paralegal has to watch all of that. This produces transcripts. You're able to search over 5 to 10 or even more cameras at one point for certain keywords. So this will save an extreme amount of time, and it's a wonderful program. We were able to actually pilot it to see how it worked with our office. They were very generous and did it about a month long. It went very well. The attorneys are super excited, as so are paralegals. We're able to have 45 attorneys do this on a bigger platform in the office, and then our 5 paralegals all will have licenses to do this to help the litigation support in the office.
Okay, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Okay, seeing no questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Seconded by Ms. Melanie Say. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-320, Sheriff's Department submitting an amendment to a contract with the Hearn Paper Company for the purchase and delivery of toilet paper to the county jail for the period May 8th, 2024 to December 31st, 2025, and to extend the time period to December 31st, 2026, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $79,170.
Good morning, Tanisha Gates with the Sheriff's Fiscal Office. We're requesting approval to add time and funds to this current contract. I would like to mention the current pricing will be locked in for the additional year.
Okay, Tanisha, thank you. Are there questions from the board? Seeing no questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Paul Porter. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-321, Sheriff's Department submitting an amendment to a contract with CLD, doing business as Centerline Dynamics LLC for the purchase of nitrile gloves for the period April 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2026, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $33,840.
Good morning, Tanisha Gates with the Sheriff's Fiscal Office. This is again another amendment adding time and funds, and this vendor also has agreed to lock in the current price for the additional year.
Okay, thank you again. Are there questions from the board on this item? Please.
Tanisha, just for clarity, so this amount is for the toilet paper and for the gloves, this for the entire jail?
Yes.
Seeing no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
A second.
Second by Councilman Hauser. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-322, Medical Examiner's Office recommending an award and submitting a contract with Versaterm Public Safety US Incorporated, formerly known as Justice Tracks Incorporated, in the amount not to exceed $269,399.97 for a state contract purchase of 63 each LIMS Plus and LIMS Plus Portal Laboratory Information Management System software licenses and maintenance services, and 25 CIMS software and subscriptions for consumable inventory management system for the period January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027.
Hugh Shannon, Medical Examiner's Office. This is the basic program that we use for all of our forensic reporting. When cases are submitted to us for testing, we're introducing the consumables management system. It will allow us to track our inventory, especially there's a lot of testing materials that don't have long shelf lives for the laboratory. So we don't stock on hand a lot of those. We try to manage it based on past caseloads, but sometimes you know, we can get a busy spate and not realize that we may be running low. So this will help us keep track of those and make sure that the laboratory has access to testing supplies.
Okay, Hugh, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hauser. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-323, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, submitting an amendment to a contract with Westside Catholic Center for shelter and rapid rehousing services to families experiencing homelessness throughout Cuyahoga County in connection with the FY 2023 Continuum of Care Homeless Assistance Grant Program for the period June 1st, 2024 to May 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to May 31st, 2026, to add Exhibit 2A representing the budget for the amendment term effective June 1st, 2025, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $160,584.
Good morning, Marcos Cortez with the Office of Homeless Services. As you've heard, Westside Catholic Center provides emergency shelter and rapid rehousing for families experiencing homelessness. We're extending the time and the budget for 1 more year.
Thank you, Marcos. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I'll make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Levine Ross. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The item is approved. Thank you. Next item. Exemptions.
First scheduled item, BC 2025-324, Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Children and Family Services, recommending to amend Board of Control Approval Number BC 2024-987, dated December 23rd, 2024, which amended multiple prior approved alternate procurement processes, resulting in purchase orders to various licensed providers for reimbursement for out-of-home care placement services for the period December 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2025, in the amount not to exceed $1,500,000 by changing the amount not to exceed from $1,500,000 to $1,750,000.
Marcos Cortez again with Health and Human Services on behalf of Children and Family Services. This alternative procurement allows us to place children as needed with non-contracted providers and to pay those vendors while we add them to the master services contract. We are adding additional funds in the amount of $250,000 to get us through the end of the year.
Thank you, Marcos. Are there questions from the board on this item? Councilman, please.
I just had a question. So the separation between a licensed provider as opposed to a contracted provider. So obviously, a licensed provider is someone that's just in the community that has the appropriate licensure. Contracted is with us, correct?
So these vendors are all gonna be licensed
Right.
for a variety of different reasons. So we use this process if we can't place a children in one of our currently contracted providers under the larger master services agreement. If for whatever reason they don't take this child for specific behaviors, or they just don't have the capacity. So our workers at DCFS will look within the system to find a provider that will be willing to accept them. We place the child, we pay them while they're there, and then we add them to the master contract, hopefully within a short period of time. So they're licensed, they're just, we're just not contracting with them at the time.
And this is a $250,000 increase. Is this simply based on need? Are there specific contractors that we would be working with? Or are we going to be increasing dollars to contractors that we're currently working with? I guess that's 3 questions in one.
So we've had this alternative procurement since the end of 2022, I believe.
Okay.
We've just amended it every year to add funds, because as we find vendors that we need to work with, it depletes that, I guess, that budget that we have, and so we add more annually to make sure that we have enough to get us through the end of the year. These are vendors that we're not contracting with, so no current vendors will be getting additional funds from this amount.
Gotcha, okay.
Can I add a question? Are you gonna extend the master contract value, or do you have enough in that? I guess it's maybe parlaying on.
The master contract currently runs through the end of March of 2026.
So there's plenty of
There
money.
should
You
be,
want,
yes. This is just for that other step, instead of doing the time-sensitive mission criticals that
Gotcha,
we
yep.
used to do.
I was just trying to parlay, yeah, okay, cool.
And just, if I could add another quick example here, on the top of page 9 on the agenda, there's a purchase order with a vendor, Compassion Care Group. That is an example of a PO that's covered under this alternative procurement. So we're approving essentially like a pool of dollars that vendors can be paid from. That $76,000 that's on here would be charged against this pool of funds.
And so that vendor will try to add them to the larger master contract. We're at, I believe, currently Amendment 11, so we do this pretty regularly to add them. And then they're paid out of that larger contract.
Perfect. I'm guessing this also adds a little bit of flexibility in terms of how you pay out these contracts.
It allows us to pay them, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to pay them.
Right, okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay, good questions. Seeing no further questions, I will make the motion to approve the item. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Today's consent agenda items are BC 2025-325 through BC 2025-326.
Just a couple of items, board members. If there's any questions, feel free. Okay, seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve today's consent agenda items as listed. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. Moving on. Any other business?
No other business?
Any public comment?
No public comment?
Then I will make the motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Seconded by Ms. Melanie Say. All in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.